Okay, yeah. So, Coach, so far still undefeated at home. How does it feel?
Well, it feels really good. As we've talked about all year long, winning is hard, and people are finding that out all over the country today. And we knew it was a strange week. I mean, people were still talking about the Missouri game all the way through Wednesday, and we had some sickness going through. No excuses. Hats off to Western New Mexico. They've got a good football team, and they were 2-1 coming in. Played some hard-fought games, and they're going to be a really good program. They're getting that thing going again. Coach is doing a really nice job recruiting some athletes, as you could tell. But I knew it's probably the most anxious I've been for a game, just knowing the nature of people out of practice during the course of the week, and we're still talking about Missouri, and it's just hard. It's you got to eliminate distractions. You got to be able to stay focused. You got to hit the reset button on Sunday, and look forward to that upcoming opponent. And then you got to do everything that it takes to win throughout the course of the week, and that's still things that we're learning how to do. But hats off to our players. I mean, can't say enough about Ethan Long coming in, and we had already. I mean, I know this sounds like we had planned to bring him in the third series, just to begin with before the game in our game plan, because we want to get him playing some snaps. When the game is on the line still, and he came in and responded tremendous, and we just went with a hot hand. I don't know how many passes there early he threw with that before he threw his first incompletion. I'm not sure, but it seemed like he was on a string there, pretty good throwing the ball. And obviously he can do some things with his legs. He's a tremendous player, and very proud of him.
Yeah. Don, what are your thoughts on the running game tonight? Because you hear you guys running on point.
Yep, I thought we were very balanced. I think we rushed for 200 plus yards and threw for 251 or something like that, I think. And so I like the balance that we had. We just we gotta continue to try to develop consistency. And I think once we're playing so many people, and just in visiting with Zach, coming up on the elevator, it seems like it's one guy this week, and then somebody else steps up this week, and then the next week somebody else steps up. So we've had a lot of guys show their playmaking ability. Now we gotta build some continuity and try to get a little bit more of a rhythm established in what we're trying to do. And I think it's going to come. It's just going to be a process. But I'm very proud of the resiliency that our kids show again. Going into this game, I mean, we have absolutely outplayed our opponents in the second, third, and the fourth quarter. We have dominated. Going into that game, we'd outscored our opponent 28-3 in the fourth quarter. But we've been outscored in the first quarter 35-17. And I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's just we just got to take the field with confidence, because it's like once we get out there and get down, it's like now all of a sudden we start playing with a sense of urgency. I don't know. I may have to start giving them a Gipper speech or something.
And then one last little question for me. Right at the end of the game there, Caden Mansell catches an interception, one of his first interceptions of the season. Quarterback turned safety. What are your thoughts on just him and how he's led the team?
That was a great play. I mean, how far he broke to intercept that football. And then, it just shows, you saw the reaction of our team. It just shows you the respect that he has. I mean, here's a young man that, didn't win the quarterback job. So I asked him and had talked to him even all the way back in the spring, like, hey, get me through spring football, and then we'll determine something. And I just said, we'll figure out a role for you on this football team. Well, he gets nominated and elected team captain, and it wasn't even close. It's amazing the number of votes that he received. And I can't say enough about him and what he brings and the attitude that he brings, even though he's not even starting, but yet he is a vital role. Plays a vital role on this team, and his leadership is unquestioned.
Thanks, Coach.
Well, talk about your defense today. I mean, they played really well. They gave that offense time to kind of get rolling.
We did. I mean, I would be. I mean, I don't know. I'm really impressed by the way that they played through 4 games. I really am. I mean, even and they gained even more confidence last week up at Missouri. Because they felt like they felt like they kind of dominated the line of scrimmage, and you could just see them coming off the field as that game went on. You could see the look on their face, and you could just tell that they were gaining confidence, and I think it just carried over into tonight's game as well. And I mean, how many yards rushing they have? 3 or 4 yards? Two. There you go. 2 yards rushing. I mean, I don't know if I've ever seen that before, but we'll take it. I mean, but I just am so proud of not only the coaches on that side of the ball, but the players on that side of the ball, and you know, because I was a little bit uncertain, you know, coming out of spring and all the way through fall camp. I didn't know, and man, they've just gotten better and better and better. And if we'll continue to do that, we'll give ourselves a chance.
Oh, and I thought Banks gave you a little spark.
Yeah, he was running inspired tonight. I mean, and he's learning. I mean, what he figured out is, but you got in college football that gap is only going to stay open for about that long, and so you got to stick your foot in the grass. You got to get going north and south, and he ran physical. I mean, for a little guy, I mean, he's 200 pounds. He was running with power, and then you saw what kind of speed he has. I mean, he can go from 0 to 60 in New York second. So very proud of Rovon, and as long as we do that, and then we get Ant back and Dobbins. You know, I love that because we're building depth at that position. You know, and when Ant returns, it's going to be an exciting group.
And I thought that run long man, I think it was on 3rd down or whatever. He got that first down. That kind of got the team rolling.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, Ethan is one of those. He has impeccable character. Number one. I mean, and he's got tremendous playmaking ability with his feet. He can extend plays, and he can run extremely well, as you saw. And I think that was the added dimension that he's able to bring when he is in there to make plays and get out of trouble a little bit more. He is, and he really does a nice job running the football. And I noticed it all week long, and I've seen it. He has just gotten better and better. His arm strength has gotten better as we've moved through fall camp, and I know there's more zip on the football. His accuracy was really pretty good for the most part. There's probably 3 or 4 balls that I couldn't tell if that one got tipped, and there was a couple of deep balls that I don't think he just stepped into it. I think he kind of threw it off his back foot a little bit. But, you know, I can't say enough about him. I'm so proud for him. I mean, because his story is very similar to Peyton, and when you have that type of people, man, Ethan doesn't win the starting job, but then still just prepares and does everything that takes. And when your number's called and you answer the call, that says a lot about your integrity.
You've had 4 games now to get ready for the next 6 or 7.
Yes.
That I don't want to say that matter. Everything matters. But
You bet.
Going into conference, where are you right now?
Well, I think I really like where we are defensively. I like, you know, not saying that we can't improve, but I like where we are. We got to start creating more takeaways on defense. Offensively, you know, like right now, I think we're still probably -2 in the turnover margin, so we got to start protecting the football and taking it away on defense. You know, I like where we are special teams wise. We gotta get where our coverage units are doing a nice job offensively. I think it's just kind of paring it down, and we're playing so many people. It's just you know, trying to get in sync. Sometimes we're just like a vehicle that's just out of timing a little bit on offense, and that's going to come. I think once we figure out everyone's, you know, it's just there's different skill sets, and there's guys that can do different things, and we're extremely talented on offense. We just got to put it all together.